Hey, baseball fans. Welcome back to Tits and Streams, your go-to channel for daily baseball predictions. I'm Koken, and I'm here to give you the inside scoop on today's top matchups. Before we dive into today's picks, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on our latest predictions. If you enjoy our content, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends who love baseball and sports betting. Our channel relies entirely on your support. We don't have any sponsors, so every like, share, and comment helps us keep going. If you'd like to support us even more, consider donating by pressing the thanks button under this video. Your contributions help us bring you the best baseball analysis every day. We love hearing from you. Drop a comment below and let us know what you'd like to see in our future forecasts. Your feedback makes our channel better and helps us cater to what you want. All right, let's get into today's predictions. Today we have predictions for 4 MLB games. The first prediction for today is for a game between the Baltimore Orioles and Detroit Tigers. The Detroit Tigers are set to take on the Baltimore Orioles in what could be a thrilling showdown. The Orioles, sitting at 83-64, have been inconsistent lately, splitting their last 10 games and trailing the Yankees by just 1.5 games in the AL East. Meanwhile, the Tigers have picked up the pace, winning 6 of their last 10 and staying within 3.5 games of that final wildcard spot in the American League. Both teams have everything to play for as the postseason looms. Baltimore's latest matchup against Boston didn't go their way. The Orioles' bats went cold, only mustering 3 runs in the loss, despite Anthony Santander launching one over the fence. The Orioles are averaging 4.91 runs per game, with their pitching staff allowing 4.33 runs. Offensively, they're ranked 4th in the league, while their pitching staff sits in the middle of the pack at 15th. The Tigers, on the other hand, are coming off a tough loss, where they managed just 2 runs, and their bullpen let it slip in the 9th inning, giving up 2 runs. Tarek Skubal was a bright spot for Detroit, going 6 innings and allowing just 1 run on 4 hits. Even though both teams have had their ups and downs, they're still neck and neck in the hunt for October. The Orioles lead the wild-card race, while the Tigers are just a few games out, hoping to pull off another one of their signature late-season pushes. With only 18 games left, the Tigers are running out of time, but we've seen them fight to the bitter end in past seasons. On the mound for the Orioles is Zack Littell, who's been lights out since coming over at the trade deadline. Eflin's posted a sparkling 2.37 ERA with 38 strikeouts over 38 innings. He's allowed just 5 home runs in that span, and it seems like the Orioles coaching staff has found a way to get the best out of him. The only question now is, can Eflin maintain this form, or is he bound to regress? Time will tell, but so far, Eflin's been dealing. The Orioles have had the upper hand against the Tigers recently, winning 7 of their last 8 matchups. But the Tigers have been hot, going 28 in their last 28 games. Detroit's offense has been feasting on right-handed pitching, hitting .278 in their last 10 games, while Baltimore's offense has cooled off, hitting just .234. Against lefties, both teams have struggled, with the Tigers batting a lowly .178 and the Orioles not much better at .232. The real edge in this matchup might be in the bullpens. Detroit's relievers have been nearly untouchable lately, posting a 1.31 ERA over their last 10 games. Baltimore's bullpen, meanwhile, has faltered with a 5.04 ERA. With the Tigers' current momentum, their strong bullpen, and home field advantage, I'm backing Detroit to come out on top in this one.
Welcome to BetUS, Sportsbook and Casino, your ultimate hub for secure and thrilling sports betting and casino gaming. BetUS is one of the oldest and most reliable online sportsbooks in the U.S., serving millions of clients all over the globe each month. BetUS, trusted for over 30 years, offers huge welcome bonuses, countless betting options, and many deposit and payout methods. Depositing funds is a breeze and safe, with a minimum deposit of just $10. Payouts are fast and hassle-free, beginning at only $50. Choose from various payout options like MoneyGram, couriered check, cryptocurrency, or bank wire. Signing up is quick and easy. For signing up, you can use the link in the description and enjoy a generous 125% welcome bonus of up to $3,000. By signing up using the link in the description, you'll also support us as we earn a small commission from your registration at BetUS. Thank you for supporting us. Join now and start winning.
The second prediction for today is for a game between the Kansas City Royals and Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pittsburgh Pirates and Kansas City Royals are gearing up for an intriguing showdown. While the Royals still have their eyes on a postseason berth, the Pirates are laying the groundwork for what looks to be a bright future. Don't be misled by the Pirates' current record. This team is building something special. Their pitching staff, stacked with young talent, has been one of the more exciting developments of the season. Paul Skeens, in particular, is making waves, holding down the rotation, and giving Pirates fans plenty to look forward to. The Pirates have been on a roll lately, winning 4 straight games and showing signs of life as they close out the season. Fresh off a series sweep of the Marlins, Pittsburgh has also had competitive showings against teams like the Nationals, Cubs, and Guardians. In their last 10 games, they've gone 7-3, though they still find themselves tied for last in the NL Central. Their pitching has been decent, sporting a 4.12 ERA and keeping opponents to a .252 batting average. Offensively, they've scored 619 runs, with Brian Reynolds leading the charge, hitting .279 with 22 homers and 83 RBIs. Kansas City, meanwhile, has had a solid season themselves, sitting at 80-67. They've won 5 of their last 7 games but are coming off a tough series loss to the Yankees. Before that, they swept the Twins, but struggled against the Guardians and Astros. Kansas City's pitching staff boasts a solid 3.87 ERA, with a 1.25 whip, and they've managed to keep opposing hitters to a .244 average. Offensively, they've scored 693 runs, with Bobby Witt having a standout year, batting .333 with 30 home runs and 99 RBIs. The Pirates' offense has shown promise, led by O'Neal Cruz and a core of young players. They started the season strong but ran into trouble in the second half, going through a rough losing streak. Still, this wasn't a season built for immediate success. They're looking to the future, and with a few more pieces, they could be contenders sooner rather than later. On the other hand, the Royals, who have been in a rebuilding phase since their last World Series run, have seen their future arrive quicker than expected. Despite bullpen concerns, they've remained competitive throughout the season, particularly in the first half, and have exceeded expectations. In tonight's game, Luis Ortiz will take the mound for Pittsburgh. He's been impressive lately with a 1.53 ERA over his last 3 starts and a respectable 3.26 ERA for the season. The Pirates have gone under the total in most of his starts, largely due to his ability to limit runs. Ortiz has only gotten better with time and could play a key role in this game. The Royals have struggled on the road, particularly in Pittsburgh, where they've dropped 7 of their last 8 meetings. Their struggles against right-handed pitching have been noticeable, batting just .211 over their last 10 games. The Pirates haven't fared much better, hitting .230 against righties in the same span, but have been more consistent overall. Both bullpens have had their issues, with the Royals posting a 5.28 ERA over their last 10 games, and the Pirates not far behind at 4.79. In this one, the Pirates' combination of solid pitching and home field advantage should give them the edge. I'm picking Pittsburgh to come out on top. The third prediction for today is for a game between the Boston Red Sox and New York Yankees. The New York Yankees and Boston Red Sox are about to face off in another chapter of their historic rivalry, and it's shaping up to be a fiery one. The Red Sox, now sitting at 74-73, recently went up against the Baltimore Orioles, managing to secure a tight 5-3 win in 10 innings during their final meeting on Wednesday. However, in Thursday's series opener against the Yankees, they came up short in extra innings, losing 2-1 after a solid start from Cooper Criswell, who gave up just 1 earned run over 5.1 innings. On the flip side, the Yankees, who are 85-62, have been fighting tooth and nail in the American League East. They recently edged out a series win against the Kansas City Royals, with a hard-fought 4-3 victory in their last game. In Thursday's opener against the Red Sox, it was Juan Soto who stepped up with a walk-off single, while Nestor Cortez pitched 5 solid innings, allowing just 1 earned run. The Yankees are in a heated race with the Orioles for the division lead, while the Red Sox are clinging to slim playoff hopes in the wild-card race. With only 15 games remaining, Boston's chances are dwindling, and they need more than just good performances. They need some serious help from the teams ahead of them. For this matchup, the Yankees will hand the ball to Clark Schmidt, who has been solid since returning from an injury earlier this season. In his last outing, Schmidt threw 75 pitches over 4.2 innings, giving up no runs and helping his team lock down the win. He's got a 2.34 ERA with 69 strikeouts across 65 1-3 innings this year. Meanwhile, the Red Sox will counter with Tanner Houck, who has been quietly effective with a 3.24 ERA and 150 strikeouts. Despite his strong numbers, the Sox have dropped 8 of Houck's last 9 starts, underscoring the team's larger struggles. Offensively, the Yankees are hitting .249 against right-handers over their last 10 games, while the Red Sox have been slumping a bit, batting just .233 in that stretch. Although Boston has been hammering lefties lately, both starters in this game are right-handed, which shifts the advantage back to New York. Neither bullpen has been particularly sharp, with the Red Sox carrying a 6.89 ERA over their last 10 games, and the Yankees posting a 5.89 ERA. When these two teams clash, the rivalry always takes center stage, regardless of where they stand in the standings. expect both squads to come out swinging and give everything they've got. Still, with Huck's recent tough luck and the Yankees showing their grit, I'm confident the Bronx Bombers will find a way to exploit the Red Sox's weaknesses and notch another win. The fourth prediction for today is for a game between the Chicago Cubs and Colorado Rockies. The Colorado Rockies and Chicago Cubs are squaring off, but these two teams are clearly headed in opposite directions. The Rockies find themselves battling to avoid the worst record in the National League, fighting it out with the Miami Marlins to dodge that last-place spot. Meanwhile, the Cubs are trying to keep their playoff hopes alive, but with time running out, their chances of making up ground in the wild-card race are looking slim. Unless one of the top teams completely falls apart, closing a 5-game gap with just over 15 games to play seems nearly impossible. For Chicago, Javier Assad will take the mound, and he's been nothing short of reliable lately. In his last outing, he gave up only 2 runs, following that up with a string of solid starts where he allowed 3 runs in 2 games and just 1 in each of the previous outings. Assad's 3.14 ERA this season, along with 111 strikeouts and 16 home runs allowed, demonstrates his ability to keep hitters in check. Yes, the 56 walks are a bit on the high side, but with a 3.38 ERA over his last 3 starts, Assad has been a steady presence for the Cubs. On the Rockies side, Austin Gomber will get the ball. By Colorado standards, Gomber has had a serviceable season, though his 4.69 ERA isn't anything to write home about. He's given up 27 homers, issued 35 walks, and struck out 102 batters across 144 innings this season. However, Gomber's recent form has been encouraging, posting a 3.60 ERA in his last 3 outings. As we look at this matchup, it's clear the Rockies have had a season to forget, while the Cubs' recent surge might just be too late. Chicago has been on fire, winning 8 of their last 9 road games, including a huge series win against the Dodgers. The Rockies, once tough to beat at home, have struggled and sit 5 games below where they'd like to be at Coors Field. At the plate, Chicago has been swinging the bats well, hitting .258 against right-handed pitching and .239 against lefties in their last 10 games. In contrast, the Rockies' offense has been anemic, hitting just .192 against right-handers and .203 against southpaws during that same stretch. One surprising factor in this game is the Rockies' bullpen, which has been much better recently, putting up a 2.29 ERA compared to their season-long mark of .540. The Cubs' bullpen, meanwhile, has remained steady with a 3.72 ERA on the year and .344 in recent games. Looking at the matchup as a whole, I'm leaning heavily toward the Cubs in this first game of the series. While Gomber has had his moments, he's been too inconsistent for me to trust him against a Cubs team that's playing like they've got everything on the line. If Chicago wants to stay in the hunt for a wild card spot, this series is a must-win, and I expect them to set the tone with a victory in the opener.